I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. We are now 21 days away from arguably the most consequential election in our lifetimes. And I know that they say that every election, but looking back, we were wrong. W or Al Gore, Romney or Obama, not really consequential. You had people that you may not have agreed with, but they were decent, God-fearing folk. I mean, they weren't moronic fucking Batman villains. It seems naive when you compare it to 2024 and the burnt umber menace screaming about people eating dogs while he craps his diapers and mispronounces Arizonians.
We have many Azerasians.
Remember when the Republicans were saying Biden was addled and didn't know where he was? Okay.
She will give you a transgender operation.
What say ye now, pray tell? Okay, so here we are. Currently running for president of the United States, we have probably the most qualified candidate in decades, even more so than Democratic Jesus, B-Rock, hot stuff, Obama lamb. Let's compare and contrast. Kamala Harris was a prosecutor of one of the world's biggest cities, elected, then was DA, elected, then was the Attorney General of California, elected, then was a United States Senator, elected, and for the last 4 years was the Vice President and part of the team that turned the country around after an orange skid mark tried to end democracy and 1 million died. Biden-Harris did such a good job, people are whining about eggs instead of grandma's dead body being stored in a refrigerated U-Haul. We miss you, Nana.
I know, it'll go away like things go away.
So who is running against this paragon of competence, righteousness, and the rule of law? Douche McNasty! And he has earned that name. You know, personally, he has said he wants to date his daughter.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Called soldiers suckers and losers, ran up $7 trillion in debt, negotiated to raise gas prices with adversaries Saudi Arabia and Russia, stole top secret documents, and has been convicted of 34 felonies and has 58 more to answer for. He's a rapist. The judge said it. He was sued for raping a 13-year-old, tax cheat, wife cheat, business cheat, bankrupt cheat. The man bankrupt casinos. And that's not the first time I've said that.
The man bankrupt 4 casinos. Do you know how casinos work? People walk into the casino. They hand over all their money. And then they walk out of the casino. Somehow he found the glitch in that.
And it's not like you don't know what you're getting. In 4 years, he gave billionaires more money. He golfed 300 plus days. He took kids from their families while his family avoided him. Except for Jared, who got $2 billion from another adversary he helped raise gas prices for. In those top secret documents I talked about, he had them while he was calling his bunk bed buddy and brutal dictator Vladimir Putin. You want to hear another weird coincidence? During the time Trump had the Storage Wars amount of top secret documents in his toilet, yep! We lost more undercover and covert spies and agents worldwide than we ever have. They were captured or killed in China, Iran, North Korea, and oh look, Russia! Who had knowledge about these agents? I'm sure it's just a coincidence. So, that's your choice. An insanely qualified, even-tempered, rule of law-loving constitutionalist, or, and I'm going to quote a guy that worked for him, 4-star General Milley. This is a quote. He's the most dangerous person ever. I had suspicions about his mental decline and so forth, but now I realize he's a total fascist. He is now the most dangerous person to this country. He's a fascist to his core. And that's a dude who hung out with sweet potato Hitler. Milley also said this about Trump. We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. We don't take an oath to an individual. We take an oath to the Constitution, and we take an oath to the idea that is America. And we are willing to die to protect it. And he's right. And none of us are going to claim bone spurs to avoid fighting for America. Only one guy did that. 5 times. Vote like your way of life depends on it. Because this time it actually does.
Christopher Titus, known for hyperbole, claims that this statement is 100% factual and is so scared of the possibility of this evil moron becoming president, he may have peed himself a little.
Vote! I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. I have to go change. You know, I don't really believe that we are still talking about vote for it. It should be obvious. In fact, he should have already dropped out. We should have just said, here you go, Kamala. Yeah, we're going to vote anyway just to make it official. But my God, you're obviously qualified.